you can see these camps on YouTube, you know, and be like, oh man, like they're doing good, they're speaking facts. But guess what? That's all an act, man. Okay, it's all a damn facade. That wasn't more than that.
There's actually one more.
Okay.
It says,
I know you got something too, bro. So like it.
For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with diverse lusts.
You got a lot of men out here that take advantage of these females out here.
Simple women.
You know, and then pleading unto them, oh, they got phylacteries, they have, big garments and whatnot, they have money. But guess what? You doing that, you got a lot of blood in your hands too, man. All right.
See them all the way up there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, they're over there.
See them?
Yep. Sorry. About the shot.
This is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 3. For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself.
He deceives himself, man. All right, and a lot of groups out here, they think that they are, on the top of the world, man. They think, that they're better, than the men before them. All right, but guess what? They ain't nothing, man. All right, you are deceiving your own self. That's why he says the deceiver are his. All right.
It says, for if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself. But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he have rejoicing in himself alone and not in another.
Right, not in another, man. All right, and these dudes, they always amongst each other, saying, they congratulate, themselves and say, all praises to this man and not Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, guess what? That's pridefulness, man. And you doing that, you are man worshiping. You are putting man before Yahweh Shema Shai, and you doing that, you're gonna be judged for that. All right, and you got something, bro?
I got something after you too.
This is James chapter 2, verse 1. Brethren, have not the faith of our Lord Yahweh Shai, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons. For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring and goodly apparel, and there come in also a poor man in vile raiment, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing. And that word gay, when you look it up, it means basically like brilliant clothing.
Yep.
So it says gay clothing. And
that's why they say swag. Secretly we are gay.
Right.
But swag meaning form of clothing, fresh apparel. Then you had years ago when you had the other GMS Baltimore, you had comfy socket, bro. You had comfies men walk by and they said, "Oh, look at their garments." But then look at where they are now. I'm telling you, man, Jake is a piece of shit, bro. They really are, man. And you have to call it like that, because what we're doing is rebuking that demon that's on you. Not pointing you out and saying you, but it's the demon on you. That's why we're saying this, because we're rebuking the demons that are over these pop-up camps.
Exactly.
They have demons on them, man.
Right, it's not personal, it's business. It's not like we hate you. It's just like demons are on you, to make you say these things to you.
And they refusing to take heed themselves.
Yep.
To take heed to the constant warnings. So we got to do it.
Yep. And what this is we're coming up in the straight gate. A lot of these new guys aren't coming up in the straight gate. They're hopping right out. They got these, fly ass, posters framed, matching silk woven clothes, fresh cut staves. Like, y'all don't understand the struggles it really means to teach this word. And then when shit hits you, you're not gonna be built to be ready for it. That's why the Lord, he be giving us a couple jabs, shots, hits, keeping us like, whoa, like toughen us up. Because when the deal goes down, a lot of these Jakes ain't gonna be ready because they've been pampered. You're not coming this thing to be pampered. It says when you come to serve the Lord, you gotta prepare yourself for temptation.
Right.
To be put in a temptatious, tribulous state. That's what it's about.
They have another form of prosperity doctrine.
Yep. Just come on this side. It's easy, brother. Hurry, give him a staff. It just.
I'm gonna read it again. It says, verse 3, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing.
Hey, Bible Shop, you start from the top, Bible Shop. It's traffic.
James 2 and 1, it says, my brethren, have not the faith of our Lord Yahweh Shai, the Lord of glory, with respect of persons. For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring and goodly apparel, if there come in also a poor man in vile raiment, and that poor man represents us.
Yep, that's
right.
Scriptures tell us what to go and prophesy in sackcloth.
And it also says, I've chosen the poor out of this world, rich in faith.
We're despised.
Oh, you and James. Yeah.
It says, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing. Just like this brother's talking about, that's basically what's going on. They have respect to these startup camps that got the fly garments, the this, and oh, he has to be a prophet, you know?
And not only that too, you know, they got TV shows.
Oh, yeah.
IUIC got a fucking, IUIC, they have a TV streaming app. You can get it on Roku TV. They have a website. You know, I'm pretty sure they got books. You know, so you know
They do. It's on Amazon. Yeah, Nate has books and his wife has books. I looked them up.
You know, and remember like 2 years ago they tried to get like a soul plane. Remember
They're
that?
still trying.
They still, you know, so like you know, Jake, you know, they clip to very shiny things. You know, they clip the things that are what's the word? Very appealing.
Yeah, like a barracuda.
Exactly.
A barracuda cleaves the shiny things. Jake's a pack of barracudas.
Yeah, the barracuda. That's right. Yep.
It says, and say unto him, sit thou here in a good place.
Yep.
And say to the poor, stand thou there or sit here under my footstool.
And that's why it says what the words of the poor man is what despised.
Yep.
You know. Matter of fact, you never click about the show. That's Ecclesiastes. That
It says
7, I believe.
Are ye not then partial in yourselves and are become judges of evil thoughts?
And that's that fruit, because a lot of these new camp fruit, they're weird. Oh, look at him. Look at the young mighty men. I feel the power. Like, bro, y'all are worshiping them. The Most High is about to get jealous, and none of these new guys are rebuking these sheep. Hey, no, it's not me. But they're embracing it. You know, these new guys, I'm telling you, man, these new guys are embracing. I read comments. You had one sister, she called, I said I'm not saying name. She called the one dude, she called him Jeremiah and Paul. Or no, she called him Nehemiah and Paul. And do you think that there was a comment that said, no, sister, I'm just a humble servant? They're eating that shit up. They're deceived and the deceiver are his. I'll be reading those comments, bro. Like, yo, man, y'all are deifying these men.
And the comment board is a snare, because what did the Lord say? By thy word shalt thou be
Justified.
By thy word shalt thou be condemned.
And that comment board is a field of demons. You know, like we got people be posting paragraphs about a 5-minute video. Like I'm not about to read that, man.
It's a spell.
You know, and then they say, just like you said, well, they be like the water elder. Hey, we not elders, man. We wear a humble servants of Yahweh Shema Shai, just hoping to be a pinky on the body.
Woo!
We be nothing, man.
And you need a pinky.
Right.
You know?
We are dust in the wind.
The comment board is not more than the party line for YouTube. You know?
Exactly.
It's a damn jamboree. You get all types, and a lot of these guys have fake profiles that are bigging themselves up.
Yep, they do.
They're bigging themselves up, man.
Yep. And a lot of the chicks up here down the comment board, they are not. And a lot of chicks in the comment board, they're watching multiple camps. They're watching GMS, IUIC, ISUPK, AOY, GOCC, so on and so forth. So they're not steadfast. You know, they're wavering between the doctrines. You know, and that's why these jakes, going back to what we said earlier, you know, they put on a form of godliness and telling jakes, you know, this and that, but you're not telling them the whole damn truth, man. You know?
Yeah, they're like Benny from The Mummy. Remember, he had all those different
necklace.
So 1 minute they watch IUIC, they got the purple on. Then they watch this other camp, they got the black on.
Yep.
Then they watch the UPK, they got the shades on. It's just, where are you?
Bandwagon.
Yeah. Whoever looks like they're winning. Well, don't you know this is an underdog story?
That's right.
We're not meant to look like we're winning. We're meant to look like we're losing. That's the climax of the movie.
Yep.
And that's beautiful, because at the top of form, it actually said to make adjustment of hearts.
Oh, wow.
And you just said it. You know, they constantly go,
Yep.
you know, and then flipping over to the next.
Or just like the movie The Vampire in Brooklyn, you know, you have what's that, Eddie Murphy, right?
Yep.
Eddie Murphy was what, the so-called the main character,
Yep.
playing what, the vampire, and then his main was who? Dude who played Dwayne in A Different World.
Yep.
The whole time the camera's pointing on Eddie Murphy, but at the end of the movie, all right, the main character that star became who? Dwayne. He became the top head vampire.
The ghoul
You know?
became the king. You
Yep.
know. Please, we gotta go home, bro.
What it says. Verse 5.
They got something.
Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not Yahweh chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith?
You're rich in faith. All right, and that's why Yahushua said what? Don't stir up your treasures upon earth where moth and rust do corrupt, man. All right?
He also said ye are rich.
That's right. Hey, think about it. That's right, man. We are rich. We are spiritually rich. All right. That's why wisdom is above precious rubies, the precious stones, man. All right. Hey, the wisdom we have is better than the breastplate, man. All right. That's right, man. You know, wisdom can go past anything. All right. That's why people here, you know, they seek wisdom. You know, but us being blessed by Yahweh Shema Shai, he gave us what? This divine wisdom, this breath of life. Okay.
Quick one.
Yeah.
Proverbs 8:11.
Oh,
For
yep.
wisdom is better than rubies.
For wisdom, this wisdom, all right, this breath of life is better. It's completely better than what?
Better than rubies.
Rubies. And rubies, what? Rubies are very, very, very precious stone, man.
And all things that may be desired are not to be compared to it.
All things, man. Call it by Shema Shai. All things that are desired here on earth, like gold, silver, that cannot be compared to rubies, man. Women, you know, and that's why King Solomon said that basic gold compared to wisdom is like sand. You know, it's nothing. It can fall through your hands. You know.
Yeah, because what is gold to a slow person? You know, somebody that's slow. You know, they just throw it. So that having the wisdom to do with the gold, you know, shows you why your wisdom's better than just that gold.
That remind me of that Jake. This nigga brought
That's fair to think about that.
$20,000 gold chain. He got robbed. That's the goddamn thing.
And he was overweight. You think you could have used even 1,000 towards your health?
Right.
You know?
This nigga won a 30,000 lottery ticket and spent 20 on the chain and got robbed for the chain. And
Man probably spent the other 10 on strip of lobster.
oh my gosh, man! Just like the Jake, he got the tax money, spent it on fucking rims. You know, just like the brother said, man. Hey, man, if we had that kind of money, we would get a new house.
Yeah.
We would give it to the apostles and tithes. You know what I mean? We would invest in things to further increase the ministry and the brotherhood, man.
Pay our rent for a couple months
You know?
ahead.
Yeah, man.
Things that we just need so we can focus, so I can focus more on the ministry.
Yeah.
That's all.
See, man, that's what niggas, man.
I get a quick one just to land back.
And then he still got more right.
Yeah.
And I know you got one, brother.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 5. If riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things?
That work of all things. So how much? So if you're telling me, you know, you got rubies, you got gold, hey, shit, even paper money, because you know, people desire that. You know, those things here are not what's what I'm looking for. It's not
It's temporal.
It's temporal. To why it's vain. You know, but the wisdom that we have, you know, through Spirit Prophet about Shema Shai is going to follow us. Because why? Because we have the wisdom, you know, to do the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, our works are not in vain. It's going to follow us. But wisdom, it's like a gold and silver and rubies and precious stones. That's not going to follow you, man. You know, everything here is going to be burnt up. You know,
Baba Kushal, can I make a quick point? You know, it proves that wisdom's better than gold, jewelry, stones, and precious things of that nature. This is Exodus 31 and 2. See, I have called by name Bezaleel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, and I have filled him with the spirit of the Most High in wisdom and in understanding and in knowledge and in all manner of workmanship, to devise cunning works, to work in gold and silver and in brass and in cutting of stones, to set them, and in carving of timber, to work in all manner of workmanship.
you got it, brother.
So here it is. You know, you need wisdom to even cut a ruby. So do you want the ruby or the wisdom it would take to cut it?
Yep.
You know? So when you look at it on that level, then you would want, you know, just like I always say, do you want the money or do you want what you can buy with it?
Right.
I want what I can buy with it. What the fuck am I gonna do with, you know? So that shows you that the wisdom is better than the rubies because you need wisdom to even cut them, to place them, to build, to, you know, to art.
Right.
You know?
That's why, man, like if somebody asks me, you know, it's like he's like, hey, would you rather have all the gold in the world, you know, or the wisdom, you know, of the scriptures? I would say the wisdom of the scriptures, because with that wisdom, you could do so much more with the wisdom and get more gold. You know, and compared to having the gold and just letting it sit. Right? No, you know, it's just there, it's collecting dust. You know, and were you done with that precept?
I got a little bit more.
All right. Yep.
I was gonna add to King Solomon. Remember?
I was looking for that.
He prayed to the Heavenly Father for wisdom to judge our nation.
Yep,
Well, he
yep.
gave him a dream. He gave him a dream to ask for that, and then he woke up and asked for it.
Right.
So that's mercy right there to put that. He says at night he sealeth his instructions. So he gave him that idea so he could ask for it, and he gave it to him.
Right.
Right. So, hey, with anything you do, you have to have some sort of type of wisdom backed up with it, or you ain't gonna know what to do with it.
Right.
It says count the cost.
Yep.
Even a king before war, or they'll laugh at you. You trying to build something, then you run out of the shit.
Yep.
Why'd you start building it? You didn't have enough wisdom to know you don't have enough material.
Verse 5 begin in James 2 and 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not Yahweh chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, which he hath promised to them that love him? But ye have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you,
Right.
and draw you before the judgment seats? Do not they blaspheme that worthy name by the which ye are called? If ye fulfill the royal law according to the scripture, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, ye do well. But if ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin,
Right.
and are convinced of the law as transgressors. So
Ooh.
people that are bigging these guys up
Yep.
with that gay apparel, man, they committing sin.
Yep.
They
Right.
haven't respect the person.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And guess and what the Yahweh Shema Shai said, don't have respect of persons. You know what I mean? You are basically looking on the outside and not looking on the inside, man. You know?
It also says don't have respect to persons in judgment.
Yeah.
That's
yep.
a commandment, you know. And that's another thing. This thing's so deep that you got actual demons on that comment board saying things to you, and you ate that shit up when you should have rebuked that demon. Hey, bro, no, I'm not. No, I'm nothing. Even Paul said, "Who is Paul? Who's Apollo?"
Right.
Our apostle Paul said that. Then you got these, you know.
Hey, even Paul said, Paul was like, he said, matter of fact, just get it.
What you want?
1 Corinthians, that 14 and 13.
About the planting.
No, about he said, if I'm not charitable, if I'm not,
I'm nothing.
regularly,
I got
nothing.
you. Yep.
And
I got you.
And real quick, the brother has something real quick.
Oh, sorry.
It's like,
This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 13. This wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city and a few men within it, and there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man,
yep.
and he by his wisdom delivered the city, and yet no man remembered the same poor man.
Right, and that poor man by his wisdom, delivered the city. All right, but guess what? Nobody took, nobody took his works, an account thereof. You know, keep going.
Now imagine if that great, if there was a great warrior that took the city, they will remember him.
Mm-hmm.
But the man with wisdom, whose wisdom is better than the weapon of war, they forgot.
Mm-hmm.
That show you how vain these people are.
That's right.
It says, "This wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city and a few men within it, and there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it."
Go to verse 16.
Verse 16. Then say I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised.
Yep, the poor man's wisdom is what despised. That's why people scoff at us. That's why you got these camps. They say that like whatever, like everything we say, is false. Okay, they really despise the wisdom that Yahweh Shema Shai gave us, but really they despise Yahweh Shema Shai.
Yeah, and that's just the demons on them. It's not them, it's the demons on them, and that's what's making them unclean, is that thought goes in their head and then they speak it.
Yeah, yep.
Blood on!
The Faust, right?
That was a demon that yelled that out. That's not Nate. Those are demons on our people.
Right.
That's why it says, heal and be converted. You got to get those demons off you.
Right.
You know?
Then say I, wisdom is better than strength. Nevertheless, the poor man's wisdom is despised, and his words are not heard.
Right. His words are not heard. You know, and that's why people gonna know that prophets have been among you. Okay, and that's why it said wisdom is better than what the strength, because in these times that we're approaching, people are not gonna have the that wisdom and that knowledge, to keep them stable. All right, you can be Arnold Schwarzenegger, you can be body, you could be the strongest man on the planet,
Michael J. White.
Right, but if you ain't got that wisdom, to keep you afloat in these last days, you are open season. All right, you are done.
But they show you that in movies. Like Jet Li will take out some big guy, or even what's that guy we watched, Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
He had the wisdom to know how to foresight of what was happening. He just boom, boom, that's that. You gotta have wisdom.
Right.
You know.
That's why Psalmist says a man in his best state altogether is vanity. He can be the best at this and that, but guess what? You eat nothing. That's why these jakes out here. It says that the young men should faint. They gonna run, shout, faint, and be weary. But us, man, we gonna be good, man, because we have this wisdom from Yahweh Shema Shai.
I got that one you called for.
Yeah.
Think.
Yep.
That's Corinthians.
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 13:1. Though I speak with the tongues of men and angels, and have not charity, I am become as a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I can remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing.
I am nothing. All right, and guess what, man? Hey, man, guess what? You gotta be brotherly in this thing, man. All right, you cannot be brotherly. You have to be. That's why Yahushua said. He said, if you show love, one to another, then you know that ye are my disciples, man. All right, and a lot of Israelites out here, hey, man, they're not brotherly, man. All right, and that's why it says, going back to the scripture in Timothy, it says that they have a form of godliness, man. All right, you are sitting here saying that you love, Yahweh Shema Shai, but yet your brother, that you don't love, So real quick, give me what you got something for, right? Give me I want Elizabeth silent or Elizabeth precious movies of sin. This is still in chapter about the show.
I had Kings, Solomon's dream.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
This is 1 Kings 3:5. In Gibeon, let's let these contraptions go by. All right, this is 1 Kings 3:5. In Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night, and the Most High said, ask what I shall give thee. And Solomon said, thou hast showed unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth and in righteousness and in uprightness of heart with thee. And thou hast kept for him this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne, as it is this day. And now, O Lord my God, thou hast made thy servant king. Thou hast made thy servant king instead of David my father, and I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in, and thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen.
And also that proves that it don't matter how old you are in this thing, man. It don't matter, because what's that in Jeremiah? He was like, I'm a child, I cannot speak. But guess what? If Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna put that Holy Spirit upon you, then you'll be good, man. All right.
He said, I have made mouth.
Right, exactly.
And it reads, verse 8, And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people. Who's that talking about? Israelites. And it says, that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I might discern between good and bad.
Right. Good and bad, because if you want to be a judge, you got to have wisdom. You know, you can't be out here just complete zombie fight out here, man. You got to have some sort of wisdom. All right.
Well, it says a wise judge will instruct his people.
Yep, right, 10.
And it reads, and it says, 1 Kings 3:9, that I may discern between good and bad, for who is able to judge this thy so great a people? And the speech pleased the Lord that Solomon had asked this thing. And the Most High said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither hast asked riches for thyself, nor hast asked the life of thy enemies, but hast asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee.
Right.
That proves that Yahushua is King Solomon, because he said a greater Solomon is here. But then it just said that there won't be no one greater after thee. It says, and I also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days.
Man, call about Shema Shai. So right here, King Solomon, he could have prayed for anything, but guess what? He prayed for wisdom. But guess what? After he prayed for wisdom, Yahweh Shema Shai added, he gave those things unto him. You know, the things that that he didn't pray for. You know, riches. King Solomon had the best kingdom in the planet Earth, man. How many years was it a piece? 40. You know, that's very, very spiritual, man. And then actually, just count real quick. Scripture, it's right 7. Wisdom of Solomon 7.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, and verse 7. Wherefore I prayed, and understanding was given unto me. I called upon Yahweh, and the spirit of wisdom came to me.
Right, and that's why it says in James, I believe it says, if you ask for wisdom, the Most High is going to give it to you. All right?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, right?
Yep.
Actually, want to get that real quick off the show. But also, when you pray, don't waver. You don't be unsure. Don't be doubtful. You want to believe it. Have faith in it, man.
I preferred her before scepters and thrones.
Right, wisdom before scepters and thrones. All right, before being a king. Okay.
And I esteem riches nothing in comparison of her.
Right. So riches, here on this earth is nothing compared to wisdom, man. All right, the wisdom of the scriptures, the wisdom, that's from Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, this divine truth. All right.
Neither compared I her unto any precious stone, because all gold in respect of her is as a little sand, and silver shall be counted as clay before her.
So, man, read one more time. That's beautiful, man.
Well, it took wisdom to create the earth. So without the wisdom to create the earth, there wouldn't be none of this stuff.
Right.
That all comes from just a compartment of elements that could be broken down into just dust. When Thanos had all that, dust,
I love her above health and beauty. Verse 9. Wisdom of Solomon 7:9. Neither compared I unto her any precious stone, because all gold in respect of her is as a little sand, and silver shall be counted as clay before her.
So basically, all gold is nothing compared to the wisdom, that we obtain through sparing prophet Yahweh Shema Shai.
I love her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light, for the light that cometh from her never goeth out.
That's right, and that's why how Shai said, what's that? Out of his base is gonna flow what?
Rivers.
Rivers of what? Living water.
It says all things. No, it says I loved her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light, for the light that coming from her never goeth out.
Why? Because it says, neither herb or mollifying plaster is what healed me, but by thy word I was healed. See, and that's the wisdom. So we can have all these things, just like you have a physician, you have the best apothecary, but if you don't have the wisdom of Yahweh Shemel Shai, it's inadequate. You know, it's a toy without the batteries in the back. What are you going to do with it? You know?
Useless.
All good things together came to me with her and innumerable riches in her hand, and I rejoiced in them, all because wisdom go before them, and I knew not that she was the mother of them. I learned diligently, as you communicate her liberally. I do not hide her riches.
Right there. You get back the shot of James, James 5, I believe.
James 1. This is James 1 in verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, I want to say real quick too, he said I didn't hide, because it said it's better for a man to hide his foolishness than hide his wisdom.
That's right.
So you're not supposed to hide this. You're not supposed to put this candle under a bushel, you know? This is James 1 and 5. I was expecting Rev, you know they always rev it. James 1 and 5, if any of you lack wisdom, let him, and this is a cut to Christianity, because wisdom's only commanded to rest on Israel. So you can't ask for this wisdom if you ain't an Israelite. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
Right, it shall be given unto you, man. All right, so if you pray for, well, first it got to be given unto you, through prayer and faith. All right, but guess what? We didn't know that well, speaking for myself, I know that this gospel was out here, man. I know what an Israelite was. I didn't know what none of this stuff was, man. But guess what? We got it, man. Through spirit, power, Yahweh Shema Shai. We all been called, and Lord's will, we all be chosen. All right. Can you book one more time about the show?
Yep. And it says, James 1 and 5, if any of you lack wisdom,
right, lack wisdom.
So you can't be a reprobate, and that's a humble spirit. Oh man, I'm lacking wisdom. So you got a lot of guys that don't even think they're lacking something that they need to go and pray for. You know, so that's high level in itself. That's a great judge of character. If a man can understand, I'm lacking this beautiful this wisdom that I need to come and ask, with humility.
Right.
James 1 and 5, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
Right, it shall be given him. So you can ask for you can pray, for more faith. You can pray to be endowed, to know history more, things of that nature, the spiritual things, man. All right. But Jake out here, they're praying for things like, for things that are pleasing to the flesh. And that's why King Solomon is a fiery count, because the Most High Yahweh Shema Shai said what he said that you could ask him for gold and riches, but you didn't. But then he prayed for wisdom and got that, and then the Yahweh Shema Shai gave him riches anyway.
Well, through wisdom you're gonna get riches.
Yeah, that's true.
Through having the wisdom, that's natural. That's customary.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Just like they say, money, power.